Here, Primetime Antiques and Collectibles. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have you kind of awkwardly over there because we're going to be moving around here on the table quite a bit. This is the Ottawa Vintage Show, Sunday, 10 to 5 from the Ottawa Convention Center.
That's right.
One of a kinds and things like that. I'm going to go over here first. We're going to start with these dresses. Now, is this the kind of thing that people, I'm going to just move you just over there perfectly? This is all things that are made in the past or vintage inspired, is that right?
That's right, that's right. And this dress actually, Jeff, is my all-time favorite.
It is beautiful.
I have to say it. And it's all chiffon, and it's got this wonderful, full, flowing skirt, fitted bodice that comes down, and really accentuating a beautiful, feminine figure, really.
Yeah.
And it's got this neck that you can play with, either do like this, or you can make it like a triangular. And I brought along some pieces to accessorize.
Yeah.
And I see you're holding a little clutch
Now,
purse.
I'm used to holding my wife's purse. What's cool about this is if she wants to dance,
Yeah.
look, it's got a little handholds. I know it's weird seeing a model,
And you know,
male model do this with her
she
purse.
can put her cell phone in there, her credit card, her
Right.
lipstick, and
And this is the thing, you can put these one-of-a-kind items all together, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love this dress,
the
it's
beauty
beautiful.
of vintage is you can mix and match. You can be creative. You don't have to do from head to toe vintage. This dress is an ensemble is a perfect example of that. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I sold a dress almost the same as this, had a little different lacy sleeve. And the gal that bought it is getting married in this dress.
Oh,
She
beautiful.
looks spectacular.
Yeah.
And so this dress could be for a wedding, and we have so many galas going on now in Ottawa.
You know
You
it.
don't have to wear the long formal. We have at the show lots of long formal dresses that are beautiful. But here's some examples, some options that you can do something a little different and be unique.
Beautiful shoes to go with.
Shoes. Well, those shoes are 1950s, and I chose them to be a new top because I didn't want to take away from the dress.
Okay.
And the heel has, in the loose side, encrusted little rhinestones.
Oh, my
just enough
goodness.
to set it off,
Okay, I'm going to move around the table a little bit more. There's a story to tell with everything. That's the nice thing about vintage, right? There's so many stories here. Why were things made so much better back in the past?
Well, they didn't have technology like we have today. They weren't mass produced. They were made to measure, and people really valued the tailoring and the care that was taken in making things, and they were unique, made for the individual person.
Right, okay. Like handbags, and people took care of things, right?
Oh, yes.
Big time back
These
then.
were investment pieces, actually. They're crock bags, and very collectible now, and very beautifully handmade.
Male, got stuff for guys, Hermes tie right here.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you'll have to put that back.
All right.
I have to say the men are as discerning as the women when it comes to the vintage, and there's a lot of stuff at the vintage show that will attract the men. Be right beside that bomber leather jacket, you will find Hermes, Christian Dior, and for instance, these shoes, they're John McHale shoes. They're handmade calf leather, 1950.
They're just beautiful.
And you'll notice that where the sole joins the top, it's tapered.
Okay.
And that care was taken so that when it rained, the rain would gull off, and the man's trouser wouldn't get wet on the cuff. Now, how beautiful is that?
Details, right?
Detail.
It is really about detail.
And the stories that go behind the provenance. You know, sometimes you'll get it from your family, you'll inherit it, will be passed down. These are the people that keep these vintage items for the investment reason.
That's one of the, I think, few reasons that people love vintage jewelry, especially right now, super hot items.
Yes.
What are the big reasons that people love vintage things and jewelry specifically?
Well, first of all, it's the uniqueness. They don't want to be the same as everybody else. They don't want to be like everyone, you know, I mean, box stores are great, but you can't be unique.
Right.
As well.
And you don't want to run into someone else with the same thing on if you really want that showstopper. Oh, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and the second reason is they want good tailoring, very well made. Third reason is an investment, buying Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, Lanvin, all those big collector names, and they can wear them over and over and hand them down. And the provenance.
Exactly. So the thing for me here is when you look at the vintage jewelry, I look at certain rings and I know that they're going to be expensive, and then I look at other rings and I know it's going to be expensive, but it's not.
No,
tricky, right? Like, look at this. This is a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, that's pink topaz with diamonds on sterling silver covered in platinum. Now that piece sells for under $100.
Really?
And right beside it
Love
is
that
one
too.
over $3,000.
Mhm.
And, you know, they're both beautiful. This is an emerald and diamond baguettes, and this one is white gold.
Right, and what's nice is if your budget is under $200, $160 gives you a unique gift to somebody because you can still show that you care
That's right.
by doing a one-off for someone and saying, this is a vintage ring and it has a story behind it. I
It
think it's
does,
great.
it does.
Yeah, and this is great. Big jewelry is obviously in right now, and you can pull from those eras.
Oh, yeah, and with the mostly costume jewelry, you can put them on a hat, on a dress, on a coat, you can put them even on your shoes.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, so it's a canvas that's open for, and Ottawa's so full of creative people.
Yeah.
And you know, we have the art gallery, we have the orchestra, we have all these potters guilds and glass blowers. They are creative people, and most of them work in an office, right? Cookie cutter environment. They're just screaming to get out there.
It's true, we all are. And you know,
They
big
are.
companies know this. Car companies will sell to you not necessarily on the car, but on the personality traits that it represents. And
Yes.
this is the exact same thing, except it's not mass produced.
That's
So
right.
there you have it.
That's
I want to thank you so much for coming in.
Okay.
The Vintage Show is at the Ottawa Convention Center, 10 to 5 on Sunday. Once you get into the convention center, you can't miss it. Follow the signs. Get there early because it's not like there's another one.